get you where you just can't go. Ain't it fun when you know that you're gonna die young? It's such fun. Yeah, fun. Such fun. Such fun. Yeah, fun. Such fun. Such fun. Ain't it fun when you're taking care of number one?
All right, my name is Grady George. Welcome to Your Morning Turns to Darkness, number 16. I have with me today my co-host, Gothie. How are you today? You might have your... Oh, there you go.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I thought today, I don't really know a lot about Gothie, so I thought I would start off today. We're going to talk about her a little bit. So where did you grow up at, Gothie, if you don't mind me asking?
I grew up in a little, I wouldn't say a little town, but it started off originally in the 60s as a dirt road and grew from there. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then what was your high school life like?
My high school, well, I was the only one who dressed only in trip pants and only in the, 90s, 2000s goth attire, and then there was a bunch of little emo girls running around and emo boys, and then juggalos and preps. So you can imagine I had a wide variety of friends minus, jocks and preps.
Yeah, I remember around that time it seemed like goths were being like terrorized in school. Was that your
Yeah, they
case?
were.
I mean, even there's a lot of true crime cases where goths were targeted and killed
Yeah,
by like local jocks and stuff like that.
yeah.
So what kind of experiences were you getting like that?
I mean, yeah, we all got looks, but no one really messed with us, too much. They'd make a comment or two and then get a little evil eye, and it didn't happen again. So it didn't happen as much.
How did you get into the internet?
Well, I had one of those Windows 95 computers with a floppy disk somehow, some way. And then after that, I had a little Dell computer. And then after that, I actually had probably about 20, I say before 20, not 20, 2009, I just started to watch YouTube and watch other people and then gain some friends and do video responses. And now I'm here. Jeez.
Okay, cool. And then we've got a comment here. My grandson is goth. I think he's popular in school, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it is popular now. But back
Yeah, it is.
when Gothie is sort of like an innovator in that sense. She came up. I mean, there was a goth movement, I think, in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of went away, kind of repopularized, I believe, in the early 2000s.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
And around that time, a lot of them were being murdered.
Yeah. Bowling for Combine. Shit.
But yeah, now it's like, it's like the cool thing. And really, I will say it's kind of like they're not really goth. I would say that your grandson probably is not a true goth like Gothie is.
Well, it's not really true or not true. It's just a matter of like what's inside your heart, blah, 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 all that dark shit.
Well,
But dressing does make us feel better. Dressing how we want to dress in that manner does make us feel a lot more closer to who we really are and
yeah,
everything between. So
the goth look, it kind of represents how they feel on the inside.
Mhm.
Everything's all black and dark and.
Yeah.
But like I said, nowadays people will wear like a Metallica shirt and can't even name one song. They do it for
Yeah, that's not fucking God. That's
looks
just
and.
fucking, I don't know, shit.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying Metallica's goth, but I do think that there's people that just they just like the look of goth. They don't necessarily
Exactly. They don't.
subscribe to the
Yeah.
emotional and the lifestyle to the point that I think
Exactly.
Gothie has. Did you ever get into like people wanting to drink blood and stuff like that?
Oh hell no! Like I saw it on true crime and stuff like that, but I never was like hang out with any blood drinkers or blood drinkers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard King Cobra is into that now.
Oh gosh,
That's what I've heard on the street.
I hope not.
Yeah, I think he is, but I don't know what I don't like. He'll drink red wine and say it's blood and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
like
can't even do that. But I would hate to. I kind of imagine him like pouring like hamburger blood into a fucking shot glass.
now
And
that I can see him do that. Like, oh my god,
if he is, he needs to put that on cam because that would be
he would get so
fucking
sick
gold.
though. Well, he might not, but
I knew a guy that would do that, and he was a German guy, and he claimed that if you drink, he would eat raw hamburger patties too. And he claimed that it kept you youthful or something. It's like an old German thing. But I told him, I was like, nowadays, I would not be eating that big farm shit fucking raw. You know what I mean?
back
It's
in the
all
day,
full of
probably yeah,
shit.
but now no, I agree.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to eat like steak tartare, you know, and that would be totally raw with a raw egg. And that was very good. But I wouldn't eat that shit now, you know, especially a fucking
Probably not
egg.
real meat. Yeah.
You're asking to get sick.
I agree.
So how did you get into like where you're at now online as the Gothie persona? And you did say
Well,
that you have said to me privately that you did, and maybe you've said this publicly too, I don't know, but you did say that you had a persona and it kind of
mhm,
consumed you a little bit.
yeah.
Tell me about that. Like, what exactly happened? Because I had a persona too that kind of consumed me a little bit as well.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be what turned out, but clearly fucking it did. I just didn't want to show myself, but still show myself. So I figured, why not create this little fucking whacked out, psychotic, fucked up thing? And the fucked up thing turned into, oh shit. So, big time. Because, again, it's the internet and no one needs to know who you are, but shit's gonna happen and you kind of have to be prepared. So,
What do you
yeah.
think about this, Gothie? Her grandson likes Good Charlotte. Is that a proper goth band to you?
They can be, but they're mostly emo.
Yeah, to me, like like a goth a band I consider goth that I really like is Sam Hain. Are you familiar with them?
I think so, yeah.
To me, they're about the most gothic band that ever existed, you know. And then that was headed up by Danzig after Misfits, and it was right before his Danzig band came out.
Okay, that whole era of like the Misfits, yeah, that is fucking old school goth. I do like that from time to time. It's just a mood for me, but it's a nice mood. It's not what it is now.
Right. So, how did you end up? You have a lot of attention though. Like, what was the first thing that happened to get all this attention on you as the gothy person that you are now?
It was either Cyrax first or Cobra first that brought me to the attention or light per se. And that went to shit too because that involved my persona, and now they think that's me, and they're kind of shocked by who I am now. And it's like, well, dude, hi, it's me. That was a whole persona. Oh no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. So
What I've
there's
heard,
that now.
what I've heard about you relating to Cyrax is that I actually believe somebody told me this, and I believe this for a while that you actually came from the same high school Cyrax came from,
Yes,
and that you were his girlfriend.
not his
And
girlfriend.
okay, now is that true? Were you at the same high school as Cyrax?
Yes.
Okay, so and were people contacting you about him trying to get like
Oh fuck yeah, they were.
okay, tell me about Cyrax in high school. How was that? What was that like? Did you know him at all actually or did you
I
hang out
didn't
with him?
know him like personally. All I know is that when I gave him like 280, if not 2 or 3 itty bitty like Pokemon figurines, like those 90s little Pokemon figurines, he kept them. And years later, I was like, hey, dude, random chance, do you have so and so, like those figurines? And he's like, yeah, why? I was like, where'd you get them? And then that's how me and him kind of went, oh. So,
Oh yeah.
but he was, oh my God, like bowl cut, buck tooth. Like, it's hard to imagine, but him healthy and like still dopey, but he has skin and hair and a bowl cut and scrawny arms and ears poking out and pale
Did
little
he
fucking, huh?
did he explain? Did he display the rage that he does now?
Oh, good God, no. He was a shy fucking ass kid. Oh, good God. He was no.
Okay, and did it seem like the other kids were making fun of him a lot?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the stuff he experiences online is something he's used to just from his school life in public.
Yeah, he brought it on himself.
Because, see, I don't really know Cyrax that much, but how did he bring it on himself? Because I feel like he's being targeted, like, just from an outside third-party guy that doesn't know anything about it. I feel like people are just targeting him because he looks weird.
That's a part of it, but the way he responds to them gives them more ammo to mess with him even more, and then even more and more and more, and it keeps going out of control. And now it's this huge spiral of his house being cops, and oh my God, it's all this mess you see now is from him egging them on over the years, and then them just sitting there messing with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, I always, like, I talk to a few people that like to fuck with Cyrax. They're friends of mine. And I always go, yeah, I feel kind of weird because, like, he's obviously, to me, he seems like he's obviously retarded. So he cannot give you a real response, and they'll be like, no way, man, he knows what he's doing. He deserves all of it, you know? So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't, I don't watch him because I don't know. I can't, I like it when, like Marty was fucking with him and shit like that. I thought that was funny. But, and he did deserve that because he came out and charged at him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But some of the other stuff, I don't know, like, getting to that point, I just feel like I'm looking at a guy that's been literally terrorized from birth. Like, literally, the nurses probably looked at him and, like, went, oh my fucking God. You know, right off the fucking start, you know, right when he came out.
Exactly.
So I feel, I have some sympathy for the guy, but everybody tells me he deserves no sympathy. He's all these fucking horrible things and stuff. And some of the stuff I've heard about, yeah. But then I think, should he be out on the street by himself? Like, is he capable of making a correct decision? I don't know. Maybe he needs to be institutionalized or something for his own protection and others, you know?
Yes. Right now, yes. Where he's gotten to, since he can't stop, he needs to have some kind of protection for himself. But will he get it? Probably not. So here we go. More and more every day.
Hey, Too Tall. Yeah, I have no interest in Cyrax. I'm just talking to Gothie about her involvement because I don't know about all that stuff because I don't really keep up with that part of the internet.
Sorry, pardon you, kitty.
All right, Rob, man. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I feel like I've seen you around. I like you. I don't know why you hate me so bad. I feel like we're a little bit similar, but, you know, if you don't like me, that's cool. I have no interest in Cyrax on that level at all. Like, I wouldn't even want to, like, even talk to him like I'm talking to Gothie, you know? I just would feel weird. I don't even think he would know what I'm saying to him, you know?
He get really mad. He don't like me.
So Mitch is telling me he raped a blind. That's what I'm saying. Like, he may have done that, but shouldn't he be, like, institutionalized? Could they arrest him? And, like, obviously he hasn't been arrested for this stuff. Could they even charge him? Because does he have the mental capacity to do that? So maybe he should, like, be institutionalized or something. I don't know.
That's the idea now, I think. hope
Um,
anyway.
yeah, I'm not. I don't ever kiss ass too tall, Rob.
But yeah,
I'm just being honest. You know.
and then shortly after that, or before that, I can't remember which. It's been so fucking long ago. The whole the whole Cobra verse happened, and it was like a repeat, but it was a lot worse. And that's how I got the fucking trolls, and then Crystal came involved, and then that was a mess, and then I had to fucking take a whole break, and now we're here. So
Yeah. So
it
from
was
there, so you got involved in the whole Cyrax thing just because you were going to high school with him, basically. And were you ever actually in a relationship with him? Because that's another
no.
thing I
Everyone
heard.
says I want to fuck him. Pardon my French. Everyone says I was trying to date him. No, I was messing with him.
So you were
Just a
just like
little
messing
bit.
with him like everybody else.
Yeah. I was single at the time. I was happily single. I was not looking for anybody. I was messing with the kid. How can you not mess with him a little bit? Just a little bit.
I find it hard to look at him. You know, like
Oh,
whenever I
that's
try
something
to.
else too, ain't
There's an X
it?
Files video. There's like an old X Files episode where there's an inbred family and they keep this like
No.
uncle of theirs is so deformed on a board under the bed or something, and they would pull him out every once in a while. And he looks just like
Mm-hmm.
Cyrax, man. I mean, swear
God.
to you. So I have a hard time even looking at the guy. So I try to avoid it. So from there, so then I guess they were aware of you from the Cyrax stuff, and then they wanted to kind of put you into the King Cobra verse a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, here's another fucking whack pack low-cow person we can fuck with. Okay.
Now King Cobra is a guy that I'm very well versed on. You know, I've been watching him for a few years, and I've watched all the documentaries, and I'm pretty much up on it. And yeah, he's also a guy. I guess a lot of people say that he's never done anything wrong. You know, like he's actually like such a good guy, and but I've seen him do some like weird shit. You know.
Well, there's weird shit and wrong shit, so I mean.
I'll bring up one thing, okay, and I'm not blaming this on Josh. You know, I think he was trying to be, but he was doing a live stream at a bar, and he was telling people he was going to rub their erections on people. And he was going
I
around the
mean,
bar. He was going around the bar, rubbing his hard on women's asses, saying he was, trying to get through and shit. I've seen shit like that.
that's not right.
No, that's kind of fucked up,
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But that was a long time ago. I think Josh has aged. He's a young guy. He doesn't look it. They got
He's
kind of
drunk
stuff
from
when
that.
he was younger. He's aged and he's gotten a. I feel he's a good guy, but
Yeah.
he also kind of likes on a certain level of being fucked with. I think because he does benefit from it.
Yeah.
Do you think a guy like Cyrax could ever benefit from it?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Mm-mm.
But they like
He tries.
Cobra's trolls like him, and they make it fun to a certain extent. I
They
think it
do.
gets him. I'm a little worried about his like bacon meat. Like I really don't think that is safe
It's probably
on any
not, but he's gonna
on
do
any,
it.
on any level. So tell me about your experiences with King Cobra exactly. Like,
Like,
how did you actually get hooked up with him?
someone came in my chat and told me you should come over and see so and so, and it was King Cobra. I tried for the longest time. I was like, "Yo, link me." Nobody would. Finally, someone does. Yes, Michaels. And finally got the link. Finally got on there, and it was on Courtney's stream that I actually got on there with him. And they tried to put us together like a whole dating game. I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll play along. That happens, and I tried I talked to him one-on-one. He is really awkward around girls. He really, really is. He's so shy. So oh my god, that boy.
So you started talking to him. How long did you talk to him for?
I tried to talk to him for at least an hour about, I don't know, clocks or guitars or just whatever. And he just was just sitting there real quiet and not really doing much.
You think he was scared of you because you were a girl?
I think he was really shy because I was a girl. Not scared, but shy.
Yeah. And then you did end up having cyber sex with him, right?
I wouldn't call it cyber sex, but he wound up pulling out his dick because I was like, "Fuck it, he's not responding to anything else. I'll
Was
show you
that
more." Huh?
was that in the same session, the hour-long
Yeah,
session? So
yeah,
he went from being like one of the most shyest people you ever met, and within an hour, he's got his dick out.
yeah.
So how did we get to this point? Like, what happened in between that made this happen?
He was sitting there all fucking quiet and shit, so I fucking went about my business on fucking OnlyFans because I had that. I come back to fucking check on him, and bam, fucking there it is.
Okay, so is he jacking it, or is he just showing it to
Yeah,
you?
I ain't jacking it.
Are you doing anything in return?
No, I just fucking stopped doing my fucking work.
Is he doing any kind of like pillow talk, like "Oh, you look good," or?
Oh, he's just fucking sitting there jacking it.
Okay, so tell me like what you were talking about, like right before he pulls his dick out.
I was like, oh, okay, what, huh? I was confused and puzzled, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
So you guys were talking about clocks and shit,
yeah,
and all of a sudden you just look and he's got his fucking dick out.
yeah,
He's jacking it.
yeah.
Yeah, he probably was like, you know what? I'm tired of the talk. I'm just gonna fucking, let's get
Yeah,
straight to the action.
I can't get
So
mad at him because it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, that's the whole fucking conversation. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good.
he probably thought you were there, for that.
I don't think he even knows at this point. Like, I think he's confused more so than I am.
So what did you do at that point when he's jacking it? What do you say to him?
I just don't say anything other than I'm fucking shocked. When I'm shocked, but clearly he can see the look on my face of I'm shocked. I see you, and I just ignore him and quickly finish up, and then just by the time I'm done, he's done, and I just exit off, and that was it. And I was like, okay,
Wait
the
a minute,
fuck
he
just happened?
finished?
I'm thinking, the fuck
You
just
saw him,
happened?
he actually finished while this was going on?
Yeah, but I didn't see him finish because, like, by the time I was done with my business, he was out of his fucking chair.
So did you take a screen cap or anything?
No, fucking burn up my damn memory.
So did you do anything did you like go to the internet and like start telling everybody King Cobra jacked off to you? Because I heard about that, so
When they
somebody
ask
must have.
about it, I fucking tell them it's their problem if they want to twist the damn story or not,
Yeah.
which they do.
All right. So what happened from that? What was the fallout from that? I mean, I know Josh
Um,
was talking a lot of shit about you.
I was
Was any
having
of
a
it
hard
true? I
night
mean,
one night, and I had a BPD episode on stream, and Josh tried to help, and he can't help. He didn't know that, and shit hit the fan.
somebody who we agreed not to speak about the rest of our lives is asking. She says she's leaving a lot out. Like, what are you leaving out, Gothie?
Really,
What is
because
she?
I've been sitting here fucking telling the whole goddamn truth, honey.
Monica is saying that
OnlyFans, jacking off.
Monica is saying that you actually liked him. Is there any truth to that at
I mean,
all?
he was a cool, like, at first. He was pretty fucking cool at first, but then he started doing that shit, and I was like, okay.
Hmm. Did you see him as like an internet celebrity?
I wouldn't go that far, but he was entertaining.
What was Crystal talking about? You were leaving out. What part were you leaving out? Just the fact that you actually kind of liked him and stuff.
Fuck if I know.
Or if you
That's
don't
what I
mind,
do.
Crystal, go ahead and let us know, and I'll ask her about it because she might not just be thinking about what you're thinking about. Who knows? Very
Yeah.
early in the
I
morning.
don't know.
So, what was the fallout of that afterwards? Like, how did that affect you? Were people coming after you, or?
Oh, yeah. I had people coming after me here and there, fucking up and down, left and right. Shit didn't fucking calm down for at least 3,
What kind of
4, 5
what
months
kind
maybe.
of what kind of stuff were they saying about you?
You missed out. You lucked out. You're lost. You're this. You're that. Names. Um, just flood my fucking chat with shit like that.
Okay, cool. So from there, what happened with your internet? Now, I know at some point you popped up with Captain Content. We talked about that a little bit. I guess I
Yeah.
wondered, did he also just pull his fucking cock out, or is there more like seduction
Oh yeah,
involved?
there was conversation, and then next thing you know, it turned sexual, like from him. And I was like, okay, fuck it, like screw it, I'll bite. So we, had a little dirty conversation, and lo and behold, he was screwing around with fucking Elisa. I had fucking no idea until the fucking Discord happens. And I was like, oh, I had no idea, and I told the story.
Yeah, that was also
He
the
was
time.
so embarrassed.
That was also around the time he had that AIDS scare.
What?
Did you hear about the AIDS scare?
No, what the fuck? Wow.
Dude, like,
Really?
apparently Captain Content is bisexual.
Okay, that I can see. Yeah, I can that.
So
Yeah.
Trina Golden, who was trying to become an actress, she knew a guy who was trying to get into entertainment named Randy Bo. And he's sort of a Filipino guy that's like very well built, totally gay. And he started hanging out on the RV. Well, apparently Captain Content let, Randy Bo suck his dick one night.
Oh shit.
And anyway, it turned out like about a year later, Randy Bo went public that he's HIV positive. And like Captain Content had literally fucked or been fucking with like everybody on the fucking RV.
Oh
Men and women, they all had to run out and get AIDS tests, As far as I know, nobody got AIDS, but
damn, that sucks. Damn.
so he was like really out of control. He's over here trying to jack off to Gothie while all this is going on too. I mean, he might have an issue, but that's another
He definitely
story.
has an issue. It's clear now.
But speaking of Elisa, I've been thinking about her lately because I don't ever think about her since I did those shows on her. I don't watch her show. I think it's boring. The first couple were interesting when she was really getting hammered, but now it's kind of gone back into her just doing her normal routine shtick. I think she's not doing as well as she once did. Obviously, she got kicked off of IP2. I'm sure her money's down. She's got this supposed benefactor, which I kind of think is just a bunch of bullshit, because I know she does script.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't know about her, I kind of I was talking to two separate people that knew her from back in the day. When I say back in the day, I'm talking like 8-9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they claim there was some kind of incarnation of Kermit and Friends back then that I didn't even know about.
Yes. Oh my god.
Were you aware of that one, Gothie?
Yes, that so was. Yeah.
Okay, so if you were in that, maybe you can clear some shit up for me. So they both, like, we weren't talking about Elisa, but it just kind of came up. They started coming at me. And sorry about that. They started coming at me. And what was I talking about?
Elisa and the whole Kermit and Friends thing.
Oh, I don't know. I just basically with Elisa, they were coming after me at me saying that I did her wrong. I don't understand her, and they were basically telling me that she has like a very high level of artistic integrity.
Doesn't she? Fucking A.
Yeah, that's what when I tell people this, they laugh. But I kind of see it.
Oh man. She
I
does.
kind, and if that's the case, I have to say she's actually pretty badass.
She does piano, she sings, she dances, she made a few songs, she's been on the Howard Stern show, she's had her own little Spreecast show, her own little YouTube show now. Fuck, she's a little Miss Artsy Patartsy here.
she's like the only person I know of that has more credentials than me. You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and TV show too. Yeah, low fucking appearance.
That was a joke, by the way. People don't get my humor. But anyway, they were telling me that basically like she's so like I don't even know how to describe this. She's so hardcore about free speech that she'll protect somebody saying that they are a pedophile or something like that. As long as they, like, she wouldn't protect the action of that, but she's saying that because there's a guy that she hangs out with that everybody says is her father, but it's actually just some guy. And he goes around saying that all the time. And he's been checked out by the cops lots of times. He goes back, 10, 15 years online doing this shit. And he never gets any charges. Apparently, he's not what he says he is because he would be arrested. But she kind of allows that to go on that old site, which caused her to lose a lot of support. So this isn't like the first time Elisa has defended, quote unquote, pedos, But from her angle, from what these people are telling me, from her angle, it's all about free speech to her, Do you know anything about that, Gothie?
I don't know her in that sense. I know her as like ditzy, airy, little miss, hair, makeup. I don't really see her in the political sense, and that's really mean, but she has been a lot in the news about certain people and their actions and supporting them. I'm just like, girl, what the fuck you going on? Like, it's got my attention, but I'm having a hard time seeing her as anything other than just a showgirl. So her trying to be political and protect this and that and the other, I don't think she gets it. She's trying, but she just doesn't get it.
Well, for me, it's like, I don't know. For me, like, I kind of have similar beliefs as her. Like, I don't want any new speech laws. I think that would be detrimental. But there's obviously shit that people say that is fucked up, and you can't really support that. But at the same time, it's like, it's very unpopular shit. It's never going to be like accepted. People saying that shit run the risk of getting seriously hurt. So I don't really feel like there's a need for laws, but I think a better way of saying it would be like, I agree with everyone's free speech. It's not illegal. I have to allow them to say that, but that doesn't mean you need to platform it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to have that as part of your brand just because someone watches you and wants to fucking sit there and say that on your shit all fucking day. I don't think that that's censorship. Censorship would be like trying to tell that person they can't say that anywhere. Do you really think freedom of speech is disgusting? Stephanie, are you just fucking with me? To me, that's one of our most important rights.
What the fuck? Yo, oh my god.
Well, anyway, my take on her, like, I started looking at all her moves because all of her moves are nonsensical to me, and I started looking at them through that prism of that she considers herself an artist. And the other thing was, I was like, I find it curious she doesn't strike all this shit, this bad, because I think my shows were bad enough, but there's stuff out there just completely slanderous of fucking saying shit about her and using her content to do it. And I'm like, why doesn't she strike this shit? And they're like, oh, she'll never strike that stuff. And I'm like, why? And she's like, she probably hates your guts, but to her, like, she would be the biggest fucking loser on the planet if she striked down what you're saying about her. Like she's so like she believes in people's rights to say what they want to fucking say, to that extreme. That she will
Yeah.
not even like try to remove it, even though she can. She'll allow them to sit there and just talk shit about her all fucking day. And I thought, wow, that if that's true, that's pretty fucking hardcore, man. Because I mean, when you got people like slandering you and defaming you, and you just fucking sit there and take it, but they say, yeah, that's her, like she's from in her mind, she's like standing up to these people. She's going to prove them wrong, and she doesn't need to strike down anything anyone's saying to them, to her. So yeah, I thought I started thinking. I was like, wow, man, that's because I've kind of lost touch with my own artistic self. You know, I think because of these dumb YouTube rules and shit. You know, and it's like I started thinking, wow, like if that's really how she is, because if you look at all of her moves through that prism, it kind of makes sense to me. Everything is starting to make sense to me. Why she has done what she's doing. Do I think she made great moves? No, not at all. I would go back and advise her to do exactly what have always been saying, but I don't know. I'm starting to actually, for the very first time, because I never have been, I'm almost starting to become a fan of Elisa. I'm almost kind of rooting for her in some weird way. What's up, ZDR? So yeah, I just wanted to, because I've been a very vocal opponent of not her really, but some of the moves she was making coming out of that Jimmy Jordana situation, and I hadn't really thought about it much until these people like were talking to me, and like I said, I don't even know if any of that's true, but if that's the case, it kind of alters my perception of her a little bit. So what did you do this weekend, Gothie? Anything cool?
Let's see, what did I do? Other than play bass and
How I see that you got the bass. Are you taking any lessons?
no, I'm all self-taught.
Oh, you're self-taught?
Mhm.
Cool. Let me see here.
Yeah. And my fingers hurt like a mofo. Oh my gosh. It's so worth it. All the small breaks I take are so worth it.
I like your bass style too. I like how like you look when you're doing it. Like you got this kind of like "fuck you, I'm playing bass."
Thank you. I'm trying to figure out
on.
where I want my thumb on the body or the sound, not soundboard, the sound box. I call it sound box, but I can't figure out where I want it yet. So it's kind of a mess to play right now, but it's still fun to play.
Oh, that's cool.
Because like I have small hands, so it's kind of what's easier. So I'm kind of playing with one and then the other and then one the other. So
right.
no, Rob, when the weather changes, my fucking nose changes. It fucking sucks ass.
Yeah, I'm actually having
Yeah.
extremely bad allergies this morning.
So it sucks ass.
Ken, are you in Texas now?
No, I'm not.
Okay. That night that tree went through your house. Crystal told me because a tree went through my house too. So I kind of thought we might be around each other.
No, mine was on Father's Day.
It's probably the same storm system.
Mine was on Father's Day.
Are you around Texas somewhere? One of the bordering states?
Above Texas.
Okay. Cool. Oh, you back in where you were originally from?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I have really bad allergies this morning, man. It's fucking killing me. I can barely talk. I can't breathe. So if you don't mind, I think I'm going to cut it short a little bit. and we'll get back tomorrow.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Are you good with that, Gothie?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. Well, I guess you got anything you want to close with?
Um, no, not that I can think of.
On the headlights.
All right. We will see you tomorrow.
Security for Mr. George provided by Bond International Security of Anaheim.